Right. Yay, thank you everyone for being here. I'm excited to dive in together. So we will be working on a bit of shoulders, low back, hips, and we'll go through the whole body. So, uh, do you happen to have any kind of a bolster, pillow, couch cushion? If not, we'll skip it, but I'd love to get into that. Just something that you can get a little bit of height. Yes, that works perfect, Tammy. Okay, so as we're getting our pillows, we're gonna start propping ourselves up. And you can use a stack of blankets, you know, a couple pillows, anything just to get that extra height. Beautiful. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so as we're getting settled on the floor, just notice how that extra height underneath you. See if you can start to feel a little bit more of an opening across your chest, your heart opening. You want to feel that? And go ahead and stack your spine nice and tall and long. And see if you can get a little bit more lift out the top center of your head. Palms can be faced up. Okay, good. And let's go ahead and spread wide across these collarbones. See if you can spread the bones wide towards the outside edges of the room. Yes, exactly. And so that's just going to make a little bit more space so that we can open that heart, lift a little bit more. So go ahead and take that sternum and imagine that you're lifting upwards and forwards at a 60-degree angle. Feel that? Mm-hmm. And then your fingers, go ahead and spread them wide. Reach out your pinky finger, your ring finger, middle finger. Yeah, pointer finger, thumb. And just expand. And that's working to get into our shoulders and our neck. Okay. So take a nice deep inhalation and pause at the top of your breath. And a nice exhalation, let out all your air. And pause at the bottom of your breath. And go ahead and go back to normal breathing. Your eyes can be open or closed. Let's just take a moment to settle into our bodies. And think of someone or something that you'd love to dedicate your practice to today. It can be your mama, your dad, it can be your sister, it can be yourself, it can be anything. And another deep inhalation, breathing all the way in. Pause at the top of your breath. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and let those shoulders just start to relax and roll down the back body. So our front chest is lifting up towards the ceiling, and then our top shoulders are rolling down our back body. Yes. So front body lifting, back body descending, front body lifting, top shoulders rolling down. And then see if you can bring the front of your ribs to the back of the room. So you're keeping that front body lifting and then your ribs reaching back behind you. And just see if you can find a little bit more space. And then with that length in your spine, go ahead and bring those arms forward, palms facing each other. Good. Yes, and your arms can be shoulder width apart, reaching through those fingertips, yes. And go ahead and extend from your shoulder blade all the way to your fingers. And then see if you can engage the skin and the muscle of the arm towards the bone. So the more we reach through those fingertips, the more we can engage that muscle to the bone. And reach through the pinky finger, yes. So that we can get into those shoulders, reach through the thumbs. See if we can align those wrists and those elbows and those shoulders. Breathing. And then take your belly button towards your spine. And then lengthen, reach out the top center of your head, getting taller. Inhale deep. And exhale those arms up. Good. So in this one, we're actually working on toning our internal organs. So we're making more space in this side waist. See if you can lengthen. There's more space there than we realize. And our heart is lifting, reaching up towards our chin. Still reaching through those fingers. And bring that smooth breath in through your nose, out through your nose. And even though we're working hard here, this is a strong pose. See if you can soften your face, soften your throat, and yet engage those arms and engage that core. Good. And that belly button is still reaching towards your spine. Good, so we're just warming up the shoulders here. Working into those shoulders. And then exhale those arms forward again. Reach from those outside edges of your shoulders to your fingertips. And then exhale, bring that right arm on top, yes, on top of the left arm. Yep. And then cross at the wrists if you can. And if the wrists don't cross, it's okay. We're just working to get those wrists straight up and down as much as possible. So another shoulder one. See if you can open up behind your heart. And then reach your elbows away from your face. Yes. And reach through those fingertips. Anyone feeling this in their shoulders, their neck, getting into any tight places? And if there is anywhere that's tight, you can just bring your breath there and take a deep inhalation and try and work out some of those tissues. And see if you can breathe into areas of your lungs that you don't normally use. So breathing across the top of the back, the top of the shoulders. See if you can bring that breath in behind your heart. See if you can bring that breath into your lower back ribs. And we're just looking for a little bit of expansion in those ribs. Okay, starting to feel it. Maybe not burning my shoulders. Just a few more breaths. I'm going to work through any of that tension. And then exhale, go ahead and just switch your arms. So cross. I see you, Karen. See, switch that left arm on top. Okay. And it might be different from side to side, right? Yes, beautiful. Yeah, so see if we can get it's a little hard to see with my black, but the left elbow on top of the right elbow. Yes, perfect. Okay, and then again, we're just reaching those elbows away from the face. Smooth breathing. Yes, that's it. So it's a great one for opening up our shoulders, especially if we're spending much time on the computer. And it's going to start melting those traps, the tops of the shoulders. And again, let's see if we can breathe into anywhere that there's tension. Breathe into your back ribs. Breathe into your shoulders. And exhale, come on out. Yeah, come on out. Ooh, okay, good work. Now I'm getting warm already. We're warming up. Okay. So shoulders and hips, they're really a reflection of each other. So let's work on both. So with our hips, we're sitting up on a bolster, on a pillow, and then see if you can just bring your feet, the bottom of your feet together, like a butterfly. And imagine that you're opening the front of your feet like a book. And that's going to open up those hips. So just see if we can create a little bit of play in the feet. See if we can make them a little bit more pliable and just open up the front of the feet. Good. Good. Okay, and then we're bringing those heels in as close as we can into our pelvis as to what is comfortable and available. And then go ahead and keep lifting, extending that spine nice and tall. Reach out the top center of your head. And again, spread wide across your chest. Spread those collarbones wide. Lift and reach your heart up towards your chin. And it's an active lift, an active reach. So even though we are sitting, we're really activating our core through that lift of our heart. Good. And now let's go ahead and press the bottom of the feet together. So put pressure in your right foot and your left foot. And the more that we press those feet together, we start to tone into our hips. So go ahead and just feel your hips, your glute muscles. Go ahead and feel in that tissue. And for most of us, it's pretty relaxed. And then go ahead and feel the front of your groins. It's like a steel cable. We're going to work on relaxing and releasing those front groins. So imagine that your groins are reaching towards your inner knees. And then we're going to work on toning and strengthening those glute muscles. So if it helps you, you can go ahead and feel with your hands those glute muscles and feel those steel cables, just to get the visual of where we're at. And then we're working to basically essentially do the exact opposite, which we all have work to do there. So feet are pressing, and then those groins are releasing towards your knees. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Good. And then the more that you press your feet, can you start to find those glute muscles and those hips start to tone? And what we're really doing is we're starting to get those hip sockets into place. And then we're toning the muscles around it to hold it into place. So this is really good for the sacrum, the lower back. And you might start to find a little bit of shaking, a little bit of percolating. In those hips and those glutes and the sacrum area and the pelvis. Good morning, Coach Marcellus. Good morning.
Hi.
Welcome.
Oh, look at my wife's here. Oh. Good morning to you.
Good morning, baby.
Oh, what are we doing? Okay, let me see if I
Are
can.
you here? We're our feet are together, and if you're able to sit up on anything, that will really support you.
All right, I'll try it.
Oh, that's a big move for those legs.
I got a yoga block. I'll try that.
That's perfect. Yes. That's great height. You'll get good feedback. Yay, thanks for being here. So Coach Marcellus, we're just working on pushing those feet together, the right and the left foot, putting pressure towards each other.
Okie dokie.
Yes. And then we're working on relaxing those groins as much as possible. That's a hard ask.
I'll say.
Right? It's a hard ask for everyone. And we're working to release those groins towards your knees. So you can even imagine like you're painting with a paintbrush in your mind, but releasing those groins towards the knees, just getting that feeling. And the idea of that is that we can start to open the pelvis, relax the groins, so that then we can actually tone those hips and those glute muscles. How we doing? You feeling it?
I am.
Awesome. Yay, okay, just a few more breaths here. Can anyone, so that the sacrum bone is that triangular bone at the base of your spine. Can anybody start to feel it in there?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I feel something at the base of my spine. I don't know if it's that, but okay.
Good. That's what we want. So we're starting to tone on that right side of the sacrum, left side of the sacrum to really hold it in place. Couple more breaths. So see if you can bring that sacrum to the front of the room. It's reaching towards the front of the room. And our spine is nice and long and tall. Good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and soften and relax, because I know you're working hard. And see if you can use your hands to bring those knees together. So imagine that you can't use your legs and you're just gonna use those hands, because you basically did a big dissection in that pelvis. Good job. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna stay here because that kind of got us prepped. And you can come off of your bolster, off of your blanket, off of your block, and just straighten your left leg. So left leg is straight.
Ah.
And then we're hugging that right knee in close to us as much as possible. That right knee is squeezing in. Yes. Good. Okay, so we're gonna use the front of that right leg to help us get our spine nice and strong and tall. The tendency here is to be kind of rounded. Lift yourself up out of your seat. Yes, good. And then keep lifting that heart, that center sternum, upwards and forwards in front of you. As if it were on a rope. You're lifting. Good. And then those top shoulders are rolling down your back. Yes, working on those shoulders, working on those hips. So front body, front chest lifting, back body, back shoulders rolling down towards the floor. To the best of your ability. Yes. And then this left leg, that's straight, that's on the ground. See if you can bust this thigh through the ground. So imagine that you have a 50-pound weight on your thigh. You're keeping your heel on the ground. You're feeling your calf on the ground. You're feeling the back of your knee, the back of your thigh. And essentially that's just going to tone and engage that left leg. Starting to feel that activation. Good. Yes. So that's our main focus right now, is just toning that left leg. Drawing that thigh to the ground. And in doing so, we're going to start making space in that left knee joint. Good. So your toes are spreading wide, reaching out your toe tips. Left thigh is grounding to the floor. Go ahead and take that right arm up to the sky. Make more space in your right waist. And exhale and reach forward toward your ankle or toward your knee. Yes, beautiful. Yeah. So this one, we're just starting to get into our organs. Go ahead and reach that belly button towards your spine. And breathe nice and tall and long. Reach, extend, lengthen out the top of your head. And it's not so much about going forward as it is finding that length in your spine. And then if you can, and you don't have to, but reach that right arm around the outside of that right knee. So I'm reaching on the inside of my knee, and then it reaches around the outside. Yes, yes, that's it. And then the hands can clasp.
The hands can who?
Right?
Okay, Rita.
I know, it's a hard one.
You said, so my left arm is going around my back and my right arm is going around my knee.
Correct.
And the hands can clasp as if they could touch.
As if they could, right? Or there's a strap available. Or we just go as far as we can.
Okay.
But this motion, this movement, even if we can't quite do it, it's okay. This motion is starting to get into that scapula, starting to get into that shoulder. Can you guys see this? Is it at least making some sense?
Yeah, I could see you.
Yeah.
Looks very big. All right.
We won't stay here long. Okay, come on up. Ooh.
Wow.
goodness, yeah, that one gets deep.
Oh.
I have to say forward bends are probably the least favorite, but probably the most needed, right? So let's go ahead and bring our left arm up and our left knee towards our chest. So we're gonna extend, yes, that left arm up nice and tall. And then we're gonna bring that right thigh towards the floor. So arm can come down for a little bit and work on that right thigh. The idea here is you don't want to lift that heel off the ground because that will hyperextend the knee, but ground the heel, ground the knee, and ground the thigh to really activate that right leg. And you can use your hands behind you for now just to help you get a little bit taller. And then inhale up again with that left arm. Exhale, reach forward towards your ankle, towards your knee.
Left arm reaching on the inside of my left knee.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Good. So this one actually starts to release those groins that we were trying to release in the last one, right? And then bonus, reach that left arm forward more. Wrap it around the outside of the knee as much as possible. And if the other hand can grasp it. Quite the pose, huh? Nice, guys.
Oh.
Where are we feeling
Where are we not?
it? Good question.
I feel it. I think it's in my left hip the most where the knee is bent.
Mhm. That's good. Yeah, I feel it in my hip, my pelvis for sure. Okay, exhale, come on out. Good job, you guys. Okay, we're gonna come to some standing after that. So let's go ahead and make our way into a standing position.
I ain't gonna do it like how you did it. I gotta get up a little different.
Eager, coach. Be eager.
Oh.
All right, good job.
Ooh.
Okay. So we definitely got into that pelvis, into those groins. We're gonna go ahead and take a warrior stance. So, yes, good. Feet wide. Kick your heels out and pigeon toe. So toes pointing towards each other. Yes, good. And as wide a stance as we can without slipping. Yes. Good. So Karen, go ahead and kick those heels out and point your toes towards each other. Yes, good, good.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And the idea is we're getting a natural entwining. So the outside of your hip is rolling towards your inner groin. Your inner groin is rolling towards the back of the leg, the hamstring. So go ahead and accentuate that action and see if you can do it even more. And then we're going to start really toning in through those hips as you get that. Yes. And then go ahead and put your weight on the outside edges of your feet. And then see if you can lift your inner arches up towards the ceiling. So we're toning in through those ankles. You might start to see those fast twitch muscles in your feet and your ankles activate. And we're lifting those inner arches and still getting that internal rotation. So imagine that the backs of your legs are opening wide. And you can find once you really start to get that action, how much it tones in through those hips and those glutes. Okay, arms are reaching up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling, yes. Straightening those arms, lifting the heart, reaching it up towards your fingertips. And then we're gonna exhale, coming to a 90-degree angle. Yay. And our weight is still on the outside edges of our feet, lifting those inner arches, keeping those arms up. These kneecaps are lifting up the legs. And see if you can steady your breath. Smooth breathing. Few more breaths here. And we're opening up the backs of those thighs. Good work, good work. Deep inhalation. Exhale all your breath. And hands to your hips. Good. Okay, so just go ahead and get that pressure equal on your right foot and your left foot. Keep opening the backs of your thighs. Yep. And we're essentially lifting our two sit bones up towards the ceiling. Legs are working really strong. Kneecaps are still lifting up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, coming on up. And then slowly walk your feet towards each other. All right.
Wow.
How we doing?
We're still here.
You haven't ran off yet? Okay, good job. So I want to work a little bit on balancing. So if you grab a wall for support with balance. If you need it, hold on to a wall. And then we're going to work on bringing our left foot all
Okay.
oh,
Go find a wall, baby.
yeah, so find the wall just for that stability if you need it. Yes, or a desk. Good, good, good. Yay. Okay, great. So most important thing here, I don't want your foot on your knee joint. I want it up as high as possible into that groin. Might have to take socks off if it's slippery. Good. Okay. So if you can hold on to the wall or you can bring your palms together. Yeah,
And it's slippery.
I know, it can be. Holding onto the foot if you need. Whoop. And the key here is you don't want to look at someone who's moving because it will throw off your balance. So see if you can pick a point on the floor Focus on that. Yeah. And then we're toning in through this right hip, which is the standing leg. And see if you can bring that right hip more into its socket. So the tendency here is for the right hip to kind of round out and splay out, which is putting our hip out of its socket. We want to use this pose to tone our hip into its socket. So draw that right hip in towards the body. Does that make sense? I'll demonstrate again. Here's my right hip out. Here's my right hip in. So essentially we're just drawing that hip bone into the body.
Oh, okay.
Like a different pose when we start to get that. Okay, anybody else's foot starting to burn, ankles?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Oh, ooh. Don't look at me, I'm falling. So this is really good for that lower back stability and training and hips. Exhale, let's switch sides. Again, be at the wall for that stability.
Okay.
How we doing?
I'm alive.
Praise the Lord.
Feel our breath.
Oh, I can feel the difference I have knee challenges on this side, so it doesn't want to fold too much.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, if you can't get it above your knee joint, then go ahead and go below the knee joint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the key is to not have the hip out like this, to have it straight. Huh?
that's right. Fast learner. You're a good student. So yes, this is my hip. Woo, splayed out. This is my hip lifting up and in.
Yeah.
So let's get that nice lift. You can even use your hand to help encourage that. It's basically just teaching the hip. Oh, go in. Just giving it some encouragement. Get in there, hip. So the body can do really good with that feedback. And it's a progression. We're not going to necessarily find that hip in right away. But as you
Good morning.
What's that?
Just finished?
Oh, no. Still on the phone.
That's my
I'm doing
mom.
Rita's class.
Mommy.
Morning.
But as we start to find that hip moving in, you can really feel that toning for that
Yeah,
hip,
I feel it. I feel it
right?
on my hip and the glute area just because the squeezing.
Yes. Yes. So we're getting the hip into place and then we're toning around it. And it'll reflect. So if you have any trouble with your ankle or your knee, this is going to start building those joints back up. Because it's getting those little fast twitch muscles working. Okay, last couple breaths. And you'll see it's different from side to side. Sometimes we got to work on one side stronger than the other just to create that balance. Nice balancing, everyone. Yes. Okay, exhale, come on down. Feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yes. Oh my. Woo.
Okay, yes, good work.
Mm.
Okay. So this time we're just gonna turn this way. Both my toes are pointing towards the side of the room, right foot forward. Yes. Okay, so we're still getting this internal rotation. So imagine the outside edge of your hip rolling towards your inner groin rolling towards the outer hip. And then we've worked on this before, but this is the mound of your big toe, the ball of your big toe. We're gonna go ahead and put all of our weight and our focus on that mound of your big toe. And your
On the front foot?
Yeah, front foot and back foot. Good question. Okay, so what that is doing is it's bringing us to our inner body, our inner core. So you can feel the difference, put your weight on the outside of your foot. Now put the weight on the inside of your feet, front and back. And now we're gonna start activating that left glute. So draw your left glute muscle down into your left heel. This one requires a little bit of balance too. But as we start to wake up those feet, your ankles, it actually does start to translate all the way up into your neck.
Just go fast.
Good. So press through your mounds of your big toes, spread your toes wide. Arms up, inhale,
Love you.
and hollow, nice and long. Keep drawing that left glute muscle down to the floor. Good, good, good. Exhale, bend forward. Reach towards the wall in front of you. Go ahead and look up. Yep. Beautiful. Mounds of your big toes engaged. Open the backs of your thighs. And then last breath here, see if you can reach those arms up behind your ears. And exhale, come down. Yes. It's hard to get those arms up, isn't it? Okay, other side. So this time our left foot is forward, right foot back. Again, just setting up that foundation. So get that internal rotation of your thighs. Spread your toes wide, press through the mounds of your big toes. And this time, see if you can draw that right glute muscle down into your right heel. Yes. So kneecaps are lifting. Legs are strong and engaged. And inhale those arms up. And see if you can draw your tailbone straight down to the floor. Get taller. Tailbone reaching down, descending. And then exhale, bend forward. Smooth breathing. Beautiful. And anytime it gets hard or challenging, see if you can just smooth out or soften that breath. And then last breath, see if you can reach those arms up behind your ears. towards the ceiling. And exhale, pressing that front foot to come up. Woo!
Oh,
Ah,
Oh. All right.
a different kind of intensive workout, but intensive not.
It is, it is.
yes. Oh, boy.
Come back down to the floor. Yeah, and into that full body, huh?
What are we doing? Going back to the floor? Okay.
Yeah, back to the floor. We're coming to a close here. So any comfortable seated position, it can just be cross leg, or you can sit on your knees if it's comfortable. Anywhere you're comfortable. Nice. And Karen, you can always put something under your butt to support you. Yes. Okay, guys, so let's just start bringing it towards that close with some integration. So close your eyes if you want to. And just sit nice and tall, whatever position you're in, just sit nice and tall. Yes. Start to relax those shoulders down your back. Keep that heart lifting, opening. And quick body scan. Go ahead and just feel through your head. Soften in through the eyes, through the face. Soften in through the throat. Shoulders. Elbows, wrists. Feel into your belly, your thighs, your knees, and your ankles. Good. And then go ahead, just come lying on your back. Just for the final integration. And here you've worked so hard today. So you've challenged new muscles, you've maybe found new muscles. You worked your legs really strong, your hips. So here we just get to let go. You've done the hard work. So just go ahead and soften that belly, soften that face. Soften your throat. Sometimes it's harder to relax than it is to do, isn't it, sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So just giving yourself that permission to restore. Imagine that your side temples are opening like horse's eyes. Let your jaw relax and release. We're not trying to do anything, we're just letting go. And as your body softens, see if you can just surrender to a little bit more unconditional love. Scan through anywhere that there might still be some tension, softening through the shoulders. Softening through the throat. Setting your intention for today. Letting a little bit more love in. And then go ahead, take a nice deep inhalation. Inhale from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. And exhale, come and roll on out to your right side. And then press downward to come upward as you're ready. Sometimes you can go deep on that short relaxation, huh? Okay. We have just a couple more minutes. I just want to hear any insights or takeaways from today, if you have any reflections that you want to share.
I like the cues. Like when you say, like from your toes down up there. I actually, as you said, if I and actually think about it as I'm doing it, I feel like I can actually feel my body doing it. So yeah, I like the audio cues.
That's awesome. Yay. That's great. It's nice when you can integrate it all the way through. It's great.
I think I'm just amazed at much to what Marcellus just said, the details of my body parts. You know, when you say lean on your outer heel or your inner, the inside, or roll your hips, and just how many individual parts of my body can be activated. I'm just amazed to Marcellus's point while listening to you, following the instruction and then feeling that part of the body going, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Or was
Yeah, that's so great. Yeah, it's kind of like getting to know ourselves in a whole new way, huh?
Yeah.
puzzle pieces.
Awesome.
For me, it's just kind of interesting how I guess I've been doing this a few months now, and how my left side is stronger in some of the poses, but then my right side is stronger in other poses. And I can see each side getting a little stronger, just bite size, not a lot, but I can just see it. And it's just, wow, it's just amazing to me, just by just continuing to be consistent, how I'm getting stronger. And I love this. I do. It's hard. It is this. This is very hard, but I can feel the growth and development. Thank you so much, Coach Ruth.
Beautiful reflection. It's not always easy to like look at like, oh man, I got this going on and I got this going on, or this is strong, and oh wait, here it's weak. So it's a really good reflection and you're doing it. That's how we grow. So good job. That's awesome. Way to put in the work.
I agree with Karen. It's hard, but I love it. I find that when I feel those muscles quivering and awakening, it just seems like it just shoots energy, positive energy through my whole body. Today, I just feel like I'm humming from head to the tip of my toes to my fingers, from the inside out. And what I've noticed most today is just how calm my mind is. I am just so peace. Thank you.
Yeah.
You
Good
look,
work. Good
you
work.
look really good doing it. I've been watching, I was watching you, Tammy, kind of like as an indicator of what I should be doing. Like I watch Rita, but she almost feels like a twisted pretzel alien, you know, adventure. So then I watch you, Tammy, and I see, oh, okay, you know, so I could see how it looked to me like you were at peace as well.
Mhm.
I love it. One of the benefits of trying to focus on all those different points at once, and we're like, ah, what are we doing? What? It also helps to calm that mind down. So good job.
I think is why I like looking at your recordings and when I can coming live is because stillness is one of my continued lessons to learn. To just be still, to have, you know, that progress isn't just in movement, that there is some progress in stillness as well. So
Me
it's
too.
just a great reminder.
I love that. That's a great reminder. Yay. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
Thank
feedback.
you very much.
Thank
Yay, thank you. And yeah, come back to that like intention from the beginning of the class. We dedicated to this to someone, something. Come back to that, and I hope y'all have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Rita.
Dude,
Thank you, Rita.
Bye, Coach
Thank you,
Marcellus, Lisa, and
Bye,
Tammy.
y'all.
Have a blessed day.
Bye.
You
I'm
too.
Have a great day.
Love you
telling
all.
my body to get up.
Bye-bye.
Telling my body to get up right now.